unfortunately, I have to take down, or maybe by the time you watch this, I already have, this John Wayne video that I posted of movie quotes. And, you know, when I put it up, it was just kind of a fan thing that I did. I've been a fan of John Wayne for a long time. Used to watch movies with my old man. Maybe you did too growing up. Man, he's just amazing, right? And so I threw together this video of quotes from Westerns to all kinds of his good movies. And I didn't really know or think that it was going to get some of the viewership that it did. In some of your comments, if you watched it and left a comment, I certainly appreciate. But some of them, a little interesting. So, you know, just kind of a historical reference. I wanted to read some of these off, and we'll talk about them. So Thomas Dolan wrote, "You don't mess with a Wayne when he is pooping." Now, I'm not going to lie, Thomas, I generally try to not mess with anybody while they're pooping. The only time I think I ever have was when I was deployed and we were just messing around. Uber Duber Dave Kite. Maybe that was supposed to be night. I don't know. You may have misspelled that. It says, "Geez, you entirely missed the complete Calvary trilogy." That was true. I couldn't get all of the movies and all of the amazing quotes, but maybe you feel free to make your own video. So Barap writes, "John Wayne's grave spits on all of Western civilization." Yeah, I don't know. That's it's kind of out there. Victor, you wrote, "His manly, two-fisted style really appeals to the dip crowd." I can't read all of these things verbatim. Just wouldn't be very good if I did. Well, Victor, I guess, man, I don't know. Steve Scott, "One man lived by a code. He was an actor. These were fictional characters. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Wayne fan, but these lines of his were written by script writers in Hollywood." That is not an untrue statement, Steve. Yeah, I got it that he was an actor. I think we all do. Douglas Hotchkiss writes, "John ducked World War II. The only beach he ever stormed was on a Hollywood lot, like Reagan." Now, it is true that John Wayne did not serve in the military. But I don't think that takes away from everything like maybe you think it does, John or Doug. Douglas Roberts, I don't know if he's related to Douglas Hotchkiss or not, writes, "What's with the Middle Eastern BS language in the beginning? It's an insult to an American patriot." I don't know, you know, when I put that together, it just seemed a little dramatic, good for the intro. If you don't like it, make your own. H writes, "Never saw a day of combat. Typical Republicans." Now, the interesting thing here, H, is, you know, following the Vietnam War, you know, pretty much probably 3/4 lawmakers had served in the military. And with our current Congress, I think we're down to like 18%, something like that. 96 of them are my fault, your bad. There are 96 right now, I think, somewhere in there. And I think it's like 60 are Republicans and 30 are Democrats. And that's not to say one thing or another against Democrats or Republicans. But I would just ask this for everybody who complains about John Wayne not having served. Did you? Just Me writes, "A second-rate actor that refused to enlist while his contemporaries signed up and fought. All the while, John Wayne was hiding behind the excuse that the American people need me." In the 60s and 70s, I used to think he was the greatest actor ever to grace the silver screen. But then I learned what he was really like. You know, just me, maybe you met the Duke. I don't know. I never did. I was too young. I would have liked to have, though. But we'll see. Draw Law writes, a real patriot, he recused to serve in WW2. Maybe you meant refused. Rods wrote, oh, for F's sake, do some post-audio. Yeah, I know. My audio was a little rough. That was a long time ago when I made this. Maybe you could do a video and do some amazing post-work audio work. Ken Abbott, why do you need 30 seconds of weird chanting music before you start with the quotes? Just to make sure we really want to hear them? Yeah, that was pretty much why I did that intro, Ken, because I really wanted you to watch the quotes. B. Hogger, I don't know, I can't say this one with a straight face. He writes, John Wayne was trans. Trans what? Transformational? Transactional? I don't know what you're talking about here. He was trans. Fuzzy Bunny wrote, it never fails to amaze me how many folks out there believe that Wayne, a draft-dodging chicken, was actually a bad super patriot. He was a lousy one-dimensional actor. Check out The Conqueror sometime. Now, it is true, The Conqueror is definitely not one of the best John Wayne movies out there. And he was kind of a one-dimensional actor, I guess you could say. He kind of played himself in all of his movies. And I think that's probably why a lot of us get caught up in misunderstanding the character that he played in his movies with himself. Of course, John Wayne was a human just like you and I. Star-Lord 23. To everyone who doesn't like John Wayne, you are clearly a special kind of stupid. Now, Star-Lord, I appreciate the sentiment for sure. I'm a John Wayne fan myself. I don't know if they're all stupid or not. Kevin Spacey, and I don't know, I'm going to leave off with this one. I don't know if this is the Kevin Spacey, or if this is just a Kevin Spacey, or if this is just a fake name. Kevin Spacey writes, I'm 30 years old, and when I go out on a date with a woman, if she doesn't know who John Wayne is, I literally walk out. I don't see how people don't know him. Well, Kevin, man, if that works for you, that's awesome. I'm gonna imagine you've probably been out on quite a few dates. You know, at 30 years old, there's probably not a lot of women out there who know or have watched John Wayne movies at that age, unless they had awesome fathers. But hey, you know what? Maybe there was some John Wayne quotes that you loved that I wasn't able to get in the video. If you want to leave a comment down below, that'd be awesome. We'll continue on this conversation. Maybe I can find some public domain John Wayne movies and make a new best John Wayne movie quote from public domain videos. We'll see. Until then, feel free to comment down below, like and subscribe, and we'll keep this conversation rolling. Until then, we'll see you.